Hi everyone, it's Grant here at the New You Plan, and today I'm joined by the lovely Sarah Murphy. How are you, Sarah?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. Sarah, just to start off with, first and foremost, well done. Your results have blown us away. It's mind-blowing. You've done so well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. And for that reason, and for the sake of those listening, I'm not gonna keep you. I'm just gonna go straight into it. If you don't mind me asking, Sarah, how much is it that you've lost on the plan?
Well, to date I've lost 72 pounds, so just over 5 stone.
That is an amazing result, and you must be so proud of yourself at this point.
Yeah,
Well
I'm
done, Sarah.
delighted. Thank you.
Uh, no, you're most welcome. Well, you're the one that did it. And the question for me then, in terms of that, is do you mind me asking what your starting weight was then, and where you finished, well, where you're at now?
Yeah, I started at 14 stone 8.5, and I'm 9 stone 6 now. So
Fantastic,
yeah.
right? And what, if you don't mind me asking, Sarah, has that equated to in terms of jean sizes, dress sizes, just to put it into context for those listening?
Yeah, well, with jean sizes I would have been a good 18 and they would have been a little bit tight. And now I would be around a 10, in between between an 8 and a 10. So
That is awesome.
yeah, big difference.
Big, very big difference, and it must have made such a difference for you overall, but we will cover that a little later on.
Yeah.
And I suppose then, Sarah, the next question for me would be, well, actually roll it into one, is when was it that you started, and what was it? What was the tipping point for you that just really made you go for this?
I think, well, I started in April, and I remember seeing like the new U plan like advertised on Facebook or whatever in January, but I didn't do anything about it. I was just looking at it and whatever. I was in a local swimming group, and it just didn't seem to be working for me. So I just said, okay, I'm going to do it. I just took the chance. Um, I have a 3.5-year-old daughter, and I just wanted her, as every mother does, they want to be a good, healthy role model for their children, and
Mm,
I wasn't being a very good, healthy role model. Um, so I want to be around long enough to watch her grow up and to be able to run around and play with her, because I couldn't run around and play with her at the size I was. So yeah, in April I just said, okay, I'm doing this. I'm doing this for me, and I did it. I've never looked back.
that is fantastic. That is just such an awesome story. I mean, having the right motivator is always going to push you,
Yeah, absolutely.
and and it has. It's really been successful for you. Now, I would suppose the other thing that I'd be interested in then is it was your daughter was your primary focus,
Yeah.
and as you've progressed along through this journey, because you've undergone such amazing change, have your perspectives on what you wanted to achieve changed as well? I mean, obviously your daughter's still going to be at the forefront of it all, but as you've been going along, have other things started just, pushing that inertia to keep you going?
Yeah, I mean, I think like I had like zero confidence when I started this. I didn't want to go outside the door. I didn't want anyone looking at me. I didn't want to talk to anybody because I just had no confidence in myself, and I just felt like, oh my God, everyone's looking at me, and you know, um, so I needed that. I needed that confidence for me as well. I needed to get my life back because at the
Mm,
time I wasn't living. I was just existing. I wasn't doing anything for me. So as time progressed, I kind of realized, yeah, I mean, I was getting, obviously people were commenting on weight loss and whatever, and my confidence started growing, and I kind of started doing things more for me that I hadn't
mm,
done in years. And yeah, it was just to see that kind of change in me was, and also a kind of a spur on kind of going, I never want to go back there because
mm,
I'm getting so much happier and I'm getting confident in myself, and I'm enjoying going out now, and I'm enjoying going places, but where I wasn't beforehand. So yeah, so I think like for me, it was always the start of it. I was kind of saying I'm going to do this for Robin, and now I'm doing this for Robin, and I'm doing it for me as well.
mm. And you most certainly have, and it's
Yeah.
been wonderful for us to watch. And from that perspective as well, then Sarah, do you mind me asking, because you said at the beginning when you were mentioning doing it, for your daughter.
Yeah.
It was about your energy levels and things of that nature. Now, have you noticed the changes? Can I ask what sort of changes you have seen over the course of this?
Yeah, like energy levels have gone through the roof, and like, I can't get over it, because usually when my daughter would go to bed, she'd go to bed around 7 o'clock, and I would be exhausted usually, and I would just be sluggish, and I would just end up plonked in front of the television for the evening, or whatever. Now she goes to bed, and it's my time. I'm up. I might do exercise. I might do something. I'm in the house. I've bundles of energy, and it's amazing because and I wake up fresh in the morning as well. I don't wake up sluggish where I was waking up sluggish, because I'm so much healthier, and like the energy and my energy levels, and so she's noticing the difference in me as well, because I'm a lot happier in myself. So so I've really noticed such a big difference.
Absolutely. So it's not just about the psychological standpoint, it's also about the actual health, and your energy levels, and being just lighter on your feet, and the benefits that come from that.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm 5'2", so being 14 stone 8.5 really, really, really wasn't good for me. I had a BMI of 37.
Right.
My BMI now is just coming under 24. So,
fantastic.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And Sarah, for me, because I have tracked your progress, and from an outsider's perspective, I'd really like to maybe put it into perspective. So you started in April.
Yeah.
Do you mind me asking, maybe if you recall what your weight loss was in your first week and how it progressed from there? So refeeding and maybe just a couple of your stumbling blocks and how you overcame them.
Yeah.
Just basically a snapshot of your journey that's gotten you to this specific point where you've nailed it.
My first week, I remember I started near enough to the start of April, and I lost 9 pounds in my first week. And
Yes.
I just thought, oh my God, how, like, the first couple of days I was thinking, God, this is kind of going to be tough, and I'm all I could think about was food. But then I was kind of thinking, oh, these jeans are getting lighter, and I stuck with it, and 9 pounds my first week, and it just snowballed from there. I mean, obviously everyone's going to have bad days. You're human at the end of the day. Everyone has bad days. Everyone falls off the wagon. Everyone eats something they shouldn't have to, but it's how you deal with the bad days is what matters. It's getting back up on the wagon and saying, no, I'm doing this, because I mean, when I would fall off the wagon, and it happened, I'd say to myself, God, I'm after failing, I failed. But then now, looking back, I'm kind of thinking, I kept going. So you only fail if you stop trying at the end of the day. You're only human. Everyone makes mistakes. And the whole experience is a learning curve. It's not a race to the finish line. I mean, it really is a journey. And like, as you're going along, you're learning about yourself. You're learning, okay, I ate something I shouldn't have. This is how I felt right before I did it. So I'm going to distract myself the next time. And you learn that way.
I love what you said there about distraction, because I think different people have different methods. And
Yeah.
for me, it's like what you said, distraction. You know that point is coming.
Yeah.
It's a certain time in the day or a certain feeling you get, and it's either a boredom thing or just I've had enough sort of a feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
And
yeah.
that's when everything goes off kilter. That was me. That was the case for me. So I'm really glad to know I'm not the only person like that. And I'm like a goldfish with my memory, so it's very easy to distract me. Just wave something shiny in front of my face, and I'm off.
Yeah. You just have to learn. Like, you just have to, like, you learn yourself. You have to. Everyone knows how they're feeling, and you're going to know, okay, I'm stressed right now, and I know what's going to happen if I don't do something about it. If I don't just chill out, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to distract myself, I'm going to go up and I'm going to clean the bathroom, I'm going to do something that is getting me away from my triggers. And once you start that, I mean, obviously you're going to fall off the wagon. Nobody, I mean, in the Secret Symbols page on Facebook, I mean, everybody comes on, they're like, oh, I'm after eating something. But it's how you deal with it. It's not what you do, it's how you deal with it. And you're going to learn that for the next time. You're not going to let that happen the next time. And at the end of the day, you're human. And each time you fall off the wagon, it's a learning curve. You're going to say, okay, I learned this.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
it's all about being able to get the progress you need. And
Absolutely.
that's where it becomes important. And I think that's where we try to be different. We try and help you with the progress.
Hmm.
So do you mind me asking for a snapshot of your day in TFR?
Yeah, well, on TFR, I would always, either way, I'll always start my day now with a pint of water, always. That's the first thing I do
Mm.
when I wake up in the morning. It's a pint of water, and it just, because everyone's hungry when they wake up, and it just curbs that hunger.
Mm.
Makes you feel a bit fuller. I would hold off, usually, I mean, I wouldn't really be a breakfast person anyway, but I'd kind of hold off with my first product as far as late as I can. And I'd have it maybe around 11 or 12 o'clock.
Right.
I'd always start, before any product, I'd always have another pint of water, because
Right.
it lasts, it doesn't make you gulp it, or, because you're full, you feel full, and it lasts longer.
Beforehand.
And it does help get your water intake in as well, if you're having a pint of water before everyone. I mean, that's 4 pints of water gone already because of your 4 products. And a pint of water when you get up, and a pint of water before you go to bed. And it's just, I mean, I would never have drank that much beforehand, but now I feel if I don't drink it, I'm craving water, which is weird, but it's brilliant, obviously. And then I suppose I'd space them out then from 11 or 12 o'clock. I'd space them out, maybe like another one at 3, another one at 5, and then maybe another one at 7 when my daughter would be in bed. And that would be it. That would be it, me done for the day then.
Exactly. No, that's brilliant. That's exactly the kind of thing we were looking for, because everyone's different. I have to admit I followed something similar to you, in that I tried to hold off before taking my first product, normally mid-morning, same as you. Right, so that's fantastic, Sarah. So we've seen how you've achieved the results. Now, one of the questions that I love to ask, because it is something that we focus so much on, is the support. And you had mentioned earlier about Secret Summers, and obviously we've spoken in the past, so you've had contact with us. And I was just wondering if you'd mind giving us a little bit of feedback then in terms of how you found the support with us here at the New You Plan.
It's unbelievable. I've never come across support, so much support, and so much, like, everyone wants everyone to do so well. So you log on to the Secret Swimmers page, you might have a total rant and just go off on one and just let it all out and stress, and the amount of support that you get back, the amount of comments from people who've been through exactly what you've been through, it's just mind-blowing, and it makes you feel, okay, I'm not alone. Everyone is going through the same thing that I'm going through, and you can talk to somebody, and it really is like a proper little family online. And then even the customer care, they treat you more like a friend than a number. You sometimes when you order something, and everyone is just so happy, and all they want is for you to succeed, which is brilliant. And I mean, I did the weekly swimming group, which is great, and you get the support, obviously the support there too, but it's 1 day a week for 1 hour. So I wanted support where, okay, it might be 11 o'clock at night and I'm stressed, or I think a trigger's coming and I might eat something I shouldn't. All you have to do is log on, and there's always somebody there to talk to you, always. So I just think that level of support, it really spurs you on, and when you see everybody else's results and you're joining in, and it's just brilliant. The support is amazing. I don't think I could have done it without the support of everyone in the New You Plan and the Secret Swimmers group. It's just amazing.
Bless. That's so lovely for us to hear. Thank you, Sarah. And there was one thing that I was just wanting to touch on from earlier when you mentioned that your energy levels had come back up.
Yeah.
It was about exercise. Now, I appreciate that you might not be full on to too many things, but I was just wondering, has it impacted the level of exercise that you have, even in terms of just wanting to go for walks and things of that nature?
Yeah, I mean, I started doing exercise DVDs at home, and then I started when my daughter would be in school, I go out walking. Now, since I've lost most of the weight, I'm doing exercise DVDs 5 days a week usually,
Right.
And I started jogging, and I thought, I've never jogged anywhere in my life, and I'm jogging now, and I love it. I'm really enjoying it, and that's obviously helping with the energy levels too because I'm exercising. But yeah, I mean, I went from 0 to 5 days a week, which is just amazing.
That's fantastic. That is very well done. And I'm guessing then just overall with that, because something that I noticed when my exercise levels, when I was able to pick them up, that in turn has a knock-on effect. The more exercise you do, it seems like the more energy you have, and
Yeah.
you get that little bit of an extra boost, and you feel better,
You
just
do,
like
yeah.
emotionally.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great for your mind as well. I mean, if I miss a day, I'm kind of going, I need to do it. I miss doing it. I mean, it's not a chore for me to go, I have to do my exercise, or I have to go out and jog, or I really look forward to doing it because I'm doing something for me, and it's really helping me, and I feel brilliant after it. So yeah, it is. It's amazing how your whole perspective on life changes when the weight starts coming off you.
Absolutely. And one thing then, just changing course again ever so slightly, sorry about this, Sarah. Um, when we were speaking about routine, one of the questions that I have that is one of my favorites as well is your favorite products. So you'd mentioned your daily routine, starting mid-morning.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, what were the products you most look forward to?
I always start with a vanilla shake and add a bit of coffee into it, and it's just sets me up. It sets me up for the day. I have my little bit of coffee, and I love the shakes. I love them. Everything's personal choice. You have to try everything and see what you like. I love the porridge. I love all of it, really. I mean, I don't think I've come across any of the meals that I didn't like. I mean, the food is so tasty, which is surprising. You're not going to expect that when you're doing a diet like this. You're kind of thinking, okay, I'm going to have to force this down my neck, and but it's not. If you sit down and you really enjoy, it doesn't taste like diet food at all. It tastes really, really good. And that helps you stay on track too, because you're looking forward to your next one. And I mean, the biggest decision you have to make that day is which product you're going to have.
Absolutely. That's one of the aspects of this plan that I just absolutely loved, was the fact that that is all the thinking that you have to put into it, is which one of the products am I going to have. There's no hard work in actually making the products up or getting your daily needs or daily requirements. It's just all so simple.
Yeah, it's so easy to stay with it.
Fantastic. Well, Sarah, that pretty much concludes all the questions I had. Now, just in case there's someone listening that hasn't ever done total food replacement before, or indeed the New You plan, do you mind me asking what your advice would be to someone who's thinking of starting off on a diet like our own?
Oh, just do it. I mean, I'll put it this way. In January of last year, I started with a local slimming group, and by mid-March, I had lost 1 stone. And I started New You in April. So it's like you can either lose 1 stone in 4 months or 5 stone in 6 months. So, I mean, which do you want? I mean, to me, it just makes sense. Just do it. You will not look back if you won't. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sarah. Well, I have thoroughly enjoyed chatting with you. I've known a lot about you beforehand, but that really has given us some insight into just what it is that's driven you past the success line. And I just want to say thank you so much for agreeing to do this with me today.
Thank you for chatting to me.
You're most welcome. Sarah, I know you're busy, so I won't keep you. Take care. Have a lovely day, and I'll chat to you soon.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.